Have you ever seen a southern stingray gliding across the seafloor? Have you ever seen a school of yellow-tailed snapper up close? How about a grouper getting his teeth cleaned? Have you ever seen a manatee, a dolphin, or a sea turtle? At Marine Lab, you can see all this and more in our exploration of the wonders and interconnectedness of the marine environment of the Florida Keys.
Oh, we saw little tiny schools of fish. They were like, the fish are like this.
Marine Lab's classroom is the sea itself. Students discover ecological concepts and observe interactions and behavior firsthand by snorkeling the marine communities protected by John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park, Everglades National Park, and the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary. Students learn the best snorkeling techniques from Marine Lab's dedicated instructors. Safety is a priority throughout the program. Sturdy equipment and precautions such as the inflatable snorkel vests are used by all participants. Instructors teach these snorkeling methods prior to the group's first field trip to the seagrass communities in the nearshore waters of Key Largo. Students practice their snorkeling skills while discovering the sponges, crabs, worms, and fish that live in and among the turtle, shoal, and manatee grasses. Once back on the boat, instructors connect concepts with experience, using the animals, plants, and environmental conditions observed as examples of producers, consumers, limiting factors, and filter feeding.
Here, but first I want to ask you guys if you know or can tell me the difference between a plant and an algae.
Evenings at Marine Lab are also full of discovery and learning. Labs and discussions introduce students to the marine communities they will visit the next day. The Invertebrate Diversity Lab shows students the amazing life on an algae-covered rock. Coral reef ecology and fish identification discussions focus on environmental and ecological concepts that can be applied anywhere. And a nighttime boat ride to look at the stars and collect plankton is an exciting finish to any evening. The hidden world of mangroves is also explored during a Marine Lab field trip. Most people never see the amazing life supported by the roots of a mangrove island. Marine Lab students get a close-up look at the sponges, algae, crustaceans, and mollusks that populate the waterline. Instructors collect small invertebrates for the students to look at. Ecological and scientific concepts are reinforced through the hands-on interaction. Students can compare these invertebrates with the animals they examined the previous night in their Invertebrate Diversity Lab.
Okay, right here I have 3 species of the same animal. What kind of animal are these?
One of the highlights of any Marine Lab program is snorkeling the coral reefs of the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary. The previous evening's reef ecology discussion introduces students to the organisms and biological processes that make up North America's only living coral reef. Once on the reef, students can observe firsthand the intricate tracery of the sea fan, the bright colors and fascinating behavior of the tropical fish, and maybe even see a sea turtle or an eagle ray. The coral reef ecosystem, last in a chain of interconnected marine habitats in South Florida, is so important biologically and commercially that most Marine Lab programs include 2 trips to the reef. Subsequent coral reef field trips focus on reef fish identification and are to different representative reefs in the National Marine Sanctuary and John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park. The many reefs of the sanctuary and their different orientation to the winds and currents allow us to get to the reef almost every day of the year. The seagrasses, mangroves, and coral reefs are part of every Marine Lab program, whether it lasts 1 day or 6. Additional snorkeling field trips to the Hard Bottom Shoals and Goniolithan Shoal area of Rodriguez Key. A land-based field trip to Everglades National Park to observe alligators, herons, egret, cormorants, and turtles. And scuba programs for high school students who already have their scuba certification. All scuba certified students are given the opportunity to dive into Marine Lab Undersea Laboratory, a working underwater habitat located at Marine Lab's facility. Here, they learn about the benefits and requirements of living and working under the sea. Marine Lab's facility is self-contained, with air-conditioned dormitories, a full-service cafeteria, indoor and outdoor meeting and lecture areas, 7 24-foot twin-V twin-engine powerboats and snorkel gear in a full range of sizes. All instructors hold degrees in marine or life sciences and are certified in CPR, first aid, and lifeguarding.
Same signal. So if I say you're okay, are you okay? You tell me you are okay. Everybody make a big okay sign.
How many people are invited to share in the secrets of an environment that draws millions of visitors each year? How often do young people have the opportunity to see spiny lobster in their natural habitat, discover the amazing nursery of the mangroves, and swim amongst tropical fish in a living aquarium? And Marine Lab is the only place in the world where divers of all ages can experience life underwater. Take advantage of our location, staff, and facility. Schedule your Marine Lab trip today.